Is cold calling for realtors a total waste of time? Or are there some real golden nuggets here that can explode your business? Well, in this video, I'm going to dive through my personal experience of being a realtor for the past 9 years, and I have a team of 9 agents who prospect daily, and I'm going to share kind of our results, and I'm also going to go over some things that other agents have experienced so you can decide if this is right for you or if it's a total waste of time. Let's dive right into it. My name is Chris with the Empire of Real Estate YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about real estate, entrepreneurship, and building your real estate empire. If you like this kind of content, definitely smash the like button. It lets me know that you're enjoying the content, and subscribe so we can stay connected. Before we get started, I do want to offer you our script book. It's called the Black Book of Real Estate Scripts. Inside, you're going to find multiple scripts so you can go out there and start calling different lead sources. And it also has over 20 different objection handlers so you can overcome those hard objections, start setting more appointments, and ultimately get more sales. So if you want to grab that booklet, click the link down below and get your copy. So let's talk about cold calling and if it's actually beneficial for your business. I actually just recently asked this question in one of the big real estate groups on Facebook, and I got a lot of different responses. Some people had nothing but good things to say. Other people felt it was an entire waste of time. Well, the truth is, in real estate, there's an old joke that says the 1,000-pound phone. And the way the joke is set up is like the phone weighs so much that nobody wants to pick it up. And agents just don't make phone calls because they have call reluctance, they're afraid of getting hung up on, they're afraid of the rejection, and they're afraid of all the negative things that come with cold calling. And it's true, cold calling can be nerve-wracking, it can be stressful, it can be a lot of different things. In fact, when I first started in real estate, I didn't really even know what to say on the phone. I would pick up the phone, I would make calls, and then I would just get tongue twisted when people asked me difficult questions. I didn't know the objection handlers. I didn't really know that much about the phone, and my experience and my background was in phone sales. In fact, I was working at a bank doing phone sales, and I was actually intercepting calls. I would basically, my job was essentially to intercept calls, talk to the person, solve their problem, and then figure out what in their account could be upsold so I can sell them on different things that the bank offered. So I had a background in sales, but cold calling and taking an inbound call are two very different things, and I just needed to build my skill set to feel comfortable doing this. Now, once I actually mustered up the courage to work through this process and get on the phone on a consistent basis, I started getting some wins inside my real estate business. In fact, I found that the more time I spent on the phone, the more sales I ended up getting. Now, it's important to build out a system and really get things going, but the very first step is just to get on the phone and start making those outbound efforts so you can start building up your pipeline. From there, what I started doing was building out a system inside my CRM so I can nurture those leads, follow up with those leads, and eventually convert them into sales so that all my efforts actually turned into something. Now, in my experience, the hardest part about prospecting is just getting started. In fact, we all get call reluctance. Even today, if I get on the phone and I'm gonna start to prospect, I start to get that call reluctance, like, hey, I'm kind of dreading picking up the phone. I'm introverted, so making cold calls and doing all that stuff is a big hurdle for me. I don't like it, I don't enjoy it, but you have to do it to grow your business. So once you get through that initial hurdle of picking up the phone, you're gonna notice yourself warming up. You're gonna start feeling better about it. You're gonna start, feeling more smooth on the phone. The anxiety is gonna start falling off, and then you can start rolling. But it's totally normal to have that call reluctance, and once you work through it within that first 10 or 15 minutes of calling, it's gonna fade away and you're gonna get into a rhythm. And that's where you wanna get every single day, because you're gonna start building up your pipeline, you're gonna start getting better at prospecting, and you're gonna start seeing some wins. Now, here's why cold calling actually works. Because the truth is, this business is a people business. It's a networking business, and the agent that has the most relationships with the most homeowners is usually gonna win. And our jobs as real estate agents is to provide a service and also market our business and then market homes. So there's kind of like 3 pillars here that we're working on. The problem is most agents struggle with pillar number one, which is attracting clients and getting enough people to know about them and their business. So prospecting solves a lot of this because you get to have belly-to-belly conversations on a daily basis with people and start building relationships. Now, the right mindset to have with this is you're not looking to call somebody and make a sale that same day. It's probably not going to happen. But the goal is to get them on the phone, start building a relationship, and either they're going to eventually buy or sell, or somebody that they know is going to buy and sell, and you want to be that agent that that person comes to see. So your job is to get on the phone and become the trusted real estate advisor to as many people as possible in a single day. And that's when it comes into building your pipeline and using tools to be able to follow up and turn those leads into actual clients and referrals. The reason the phone is so powerful is because it gives you leverage. When you're doing different types of real estate activities like door knocking or just relying on your sphere of influence, it becomes tough because you can only have so many conversations in a day. But when you get on the phone, you get to have many, many more. Now, as you get skilled on the phone, your conversations are going to become better, better, and better, and eventually turn into more opportunities for you and your business. In fact, I've had so many situations where I was able to cold call a lead, have a really good conversation, put them in my follow-up funnel, and eventually get a good size listing and really make a good relationship because I just made that one simple call. And that's the best thing. Every time you get on the phone, every time that phone rings, you're either going to get a rejection, which is fine because it's one step closer to a yes, or you're going to basically get someone on the line that says, yes, I'm open to having a relationship, and that can turn into something big. In fact, it can turn into multiple sales if you nurture that lead and build a true, authentic relationship. So now I want to give you some tips to actually improve your chances of making this work so you can get on the phone and start making sales. First things first, you have to sharpen your skills. Getting on the phone without any skill is the first step. But once you start investing time into this, you want to make the most of it. And in my opinion, just blindly calling people without sharpening your skills can be a total waste of time. And that's why I feel like a lot of agents say this is a waste of time because they don't sharpen their skills. They don't get good on the phone. They don't get good at communicating. They don't get good at asking open-ended questions and then narrowing in on people's goals and feeling people out on the phone and then putting them into segmented pipelines. They don't do any of that. And then they get no results, then they get mad, and then they stop prospecting. Don't let that be you. Take the time, learn sales, become good, and over time, if you get 1% better every single day, you're going to be in an entirely different place in 1 year. And that's where you want to be. The next tip is you want to surround yourself with the right people. And what I mean by that is you want to surround yourself with people that are actually on the phones, having success prospecting, and top producers that are actually doing the work. If you put yourself around a bunch of people that say, hey, I don't prospect, I don't believe in prospecting, I don't do prospecting don't work, well, guess what? When you have a bad day, you're going to quit. If you're around a bunch of people that are successful, that are making calls, that are taking listing appointments, you're going to say, wow, I just had a bad day, but you know what? I can't wait to get back up tomorrow and jump on the phone to have more opportunity. Because at the end of the day, this business is hard. There's a big failure rate. And if you get around the wrong people, there's a higher chance you're going to fail. So put yourself inside masterminds and different groups that are motivated, that are positive, that energize you, and that push you towards prospecting because, again, this is one of the best ways to grow your business long term, and it helps you expand outside of just your SOI. Now, don't get me wrong, your SOI is important. Keep doing your SOI. SOI business is one of the best lead sources, but what better way to add to your SOI than reaching out to people that you don't know and adding them to it. The next tip I want to give you is adopting the right mindset. Now, mindset is everything with prospecting. Like I mentioned before, I don't like cold calling. I don't like talking to people. I don't like all that stuff. I'm very introverted. I'd rather be behind the scenes doing my thing and building systems and things like that. But with that being said, if you have the right mindset, it's totally possible to put yourself out there and get into a groove where you're consistently prospecting and building out your pipeline. The mindset that you need to get into is, first of all, you're not bothering people. You're calling them to see how you can help them, and how they respond to you has nothing to do with you, right? They could be having a bad day. They could be having a good day. They could be having the worst day of their life, and you just caught them at the wrong time. So how they respond to you has nothing to do with you. And you're calling them to connect with them and give them service. Because again, you're a good real estate agent. The majority of agents, I believe, are good real estate agents. They have really good service and they can do a lot for their clients. But people just don't know because you don't spend the time to market your business. So that's the first mindset shift. The second mindset shift is really spending time to realize that you don't have to become a master at this in one day. You have time. If you plan on being in real estate for a little while, you have every single day to improve yourself, and you're gonna probably shock yourself by the end of 3 months, at the end of 6 months, at the end of 9 months. You're gonna look back and say, wow, I actually did a lot. I'm really good on the phone. And if you actually record yourself, you're gonna notice a big difference, and you're building skills that will last a lifetime. The next tip is utilizing tools and technology. Now, this is important because prospecting is hard. And in my opinion, you want to make it as easy as possible so you don't have as much resistance, because the more resistance you put in front of prospecting, the more likely you're going to skip it. So what I would suggest doing is looking into tools like RedX and getting a dialer. A dialer is going to help you just click one button, sit on the phone. There's usually music playing in the background, and you can just wait for somebody to answer the phone. Real estate dialers can give you massive leverage, and in fact, our team uses a dialer and we probably call about 100 leads per hour. So you can really get far fast by using a dialer. And if you do want to check out RedX leads and their dialer, there is an affiliate link down below where you can find different discounts and sales. So be sure to check that out. I hope this video inspired you, and if it did, smash the like button and subscribe so we can stay connected. Thanks so much, and I hope you have an awesome week of prospecting. Thank you for watching the Empire of Real Estate YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about real estate and entrepreneurship. So if you like that kind of content and you haven't subscribed yet, smash the like button and subscribe. And before we go, there isn't a video over here that we think you'll like, so be sure to check that out as well. Thanks so much for tuning in, and you have a great day.